Welcome everybody to Simmons Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin for tonight's matchup between the Pit Spitters and the Kingfish. The last regular season matchup between these two teams and the only chance of a 13th meeting between Kenosha and Traverse City is if the Kingfish are able to make a late push and claim the second half Great Lakes East title, but they have to get through Traverse City first tonight, and they have to gain some ground on Kokomo, who continues to have a hot second half, even 2 games ahead of Traverse City for the second half title. And Traverse City doesn't need to worry about the second half title. They need to worry about the overall title, because that's the one that matters. That's when you get to pick home field advantage in the postseason. Getting set to start here, Trey Younger playing left, followed by Mario Camilletti, Tito Flores, and Chris Monroe. A solid 2 through 4 all season long for these Pit Spitters. Michael Steigel's into the lineup with Cruz Taylor following him. Miguel Luceche doing the catching with Traficante and Faust following him up. Facing Brian Bagshaw, making his 5th appearance on the season for Kenosha. Last pitched 8 days ago against Rockford. First time facing Traverse City as he deals a first pitch. Strike fouled off the left side by Younger. Trying to get things started right away, swinging at the first pitch of the ball game. Trey Younger's a .267 hitter this season. Him and his Wofford College teammate Zeb Rouse will do a little flip-flopping in the leadoff spot. Zeb was the leadoff man last night. Younger here tonight, batting leadoff. 1-1 the count against Bagshaw. The pitch. Younger takes high, gets a hitter's count 2-1. Last time Younger played was on Tuesday against Kenosha at home. At Turtle Creek was 1 for 3 with an RBI base hit, had a triple down the right field line. Takes the 2-1 high, and he gets 3-1 in the count. Looking for a better start to the game than yesterday when the first 9 batters through the lineup, the starter Dalton Wiggins didn't allow a base runner. 3-1 to Younger here. Hits it to the right center field gap. Running over is Luke Stevenson, and he will get there in time to make a running grab. And there's the first out for Kenosha. Doing things a little different defensively tonight. With Justin Janis out of the lineup, that moves Wyatt Crenshaw from right field to first base, which opens up a spot in right field. So Luke Stevenson goes from being the catcher to the right fielder. And then Kenosha has Angelo Cantello doing the catching. Unclear why Janis is not in the lineup, but that is a big break for Traverse City, as he has been dominant all season and especially against the Pit Spitters. Mario Camilletti, now the batter, takes a ball low, down in the dirt. Camilletti trying to continue his hot ways, leads the Northwoods League in on-base percentage. Breaking ball from Bagshaw finds the strike zone for the first strike to Mario. Wasn't able to get a hit last night, but he did get a walk. Leads the Northwoods League in that category as well. Leads and walks in on base. 1-1. Camilletti holds. Ball a little outside. Count 2-1 to Mario, who's one of the best 2-hole hitters that you'll ever find. Has a great combination of getting on base, has power, has a great eye at the plate, and on 2-1 lays off a close pitch. Back-to-back hitters now get the count to 3-1. Mario, though, trying to reach base here, unlike Trey Younger when he led off. Rio's played his last 3 games against Kenosha. Swings at the 3-1, lifts it to left field. Kirk Liebert is going to drift back, and he's going to make the catch. A little shy of the warning track and the wall out there. Mario trying to go the other way, but didn't get enough juice on it. The wind may have helped a little bit. It's blowing in from the outfield straight towards the hitter. We saw a ball yesterday from Cruz Taylor that was ripped into the left center gap and had a chance at going out, but the wind cut it down. It did bounce over the wall, though. So back-to-back hitters get a 3-1 count, jump on the 3-1 fastball, try to drive it the other way, but get it up just a little bit, and Bagshaw retires the first two. Tito Flores swings at the first pitch, pops it up the left side, should end the inning. Liebert comes in, makes the grab. Just like that, 3 flyouts for Bagshaw, and it's the same start as yesterday. 1, 2, 3, top of the first to start off the Pittsbitters night. And we go to the bottom of the first in a scoreless game with Cade Heil taking the mound for Traverse City. Be back in a minute on Pittsbitter Radio. Welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin, Simmons Field. Bottom of the first inning. Scoreless 1, 2, 3 in the top half. And the pitcher is Cade Heil. But first, let's take a trip around the defense for Traverse City. Chris Monroe, last night's designated hitter, over at first base. With the rest of the infield the exact same. Mario Camilletti at second, Camden Traficante at short, Christian Faust at third. The outfield mixes up a little bit as well, with Trey Younger moving to left field and Michael Steigel's entering to play right field. Cruz Taylor still in center, and Miguel Luceche enters to do the catching, taking over for Adam Proctor, who caught the last 3 games against Kenosha, and Heil making his 9th appearance on the season, his 8th start. Last time he faced Kenosha, went 4 innings, 7 hits, only 1 earned run. That came after a 5-inning game. He gave up 8 hits and 4 runs, so he's had ups and downs against the Kingfish this season. First pitch outside to McKay Barney, tonight's center fielder, and has been the center fielder every single game that these two teams have played this week. This is the 4th meeting between these two teams. They met for 2 games in Traverse City on Monday, Tuesday, off day on Wednesday, and they played yesterday. Traverse City winners of all 3 of those games, looking for the home-and-home sweep. 1-1 count to Barney here. Heil deals. Barney to short. Traficante fields, has to be quick with it, and his throw is not in time. Barney beats it out, using his speed to his advantage on a routine ground ball to short. Gets aboard with the base hit to start. Has a hit now in 3 of the 4 games of the series. Has had a multi-hit game in his last 2. Vince Bianchina, the batter now, the designated hitter for the Kingfish. Bunt showed, but it's pulled back. Bianchina, coming off a 3-for-4 game in Traverse City on Tuesday, was 0-for-3 in the game yesterday. Did have 1 sacrifice bunt in the game, but had no hits. hitless in 2 of the 3 games this series. Runner takes off. Bianchina swinging away, fouls it off the left side. Out of play, a little hit and run action for Kenosha. Same top 3 as all 3 games, or all 4 games between these 2 teams last week. Barney, Bianchina, Liebert. Just changing in the 4 hole with Janis out. See if Barney takes off. He holds on 1-1. Pitch downstairs, 2-1 the count. A good count to run on. Usually a fastball count. Barney with 26 stolen bases. Pick over. It's close, but he's back in safely on the pick by Heil. Heil trying to bounce back from his last start. Another pick over. Barney caught leaning, but the throw a little off the bag. And Monroe had to reach across to catch it and then back to tag. Barney in safe again. Runner holds. Bianchina takes a ball a little off the plate, a little outside. Count to 3-1 now. See if Barney wants to take off on this pitch. Good pitch to run on. As a ball, you just take a walk as the hitter. If it's a strike, you can swing for a hit and run. Another pick, and Barney just ahead again. 3 pickoffs in the at-bat for Heil. Barney back in, 3-1 here to Bianchina. Runner doesn't go. Bianchina, a little flare up the middle, over the head of Trafficante at short. Little blue pit for Bianchina.
Now batting the left fielder from Kentucky, number 22, Kurt Liebert.
Runners on first and second to start for Kenosha. They loaded the bases yesterday in the first inning. Liebert, the hitter. Looking to come through with 2 on, nobody out, and here in the first. Swings away, little fly to center. Taylor coming in, but Trafficante at short is going to back up, and he'll make the catch. There's the first out of the first.
Stepping up to the plate is second baseman from Kentucky, number 23.
Go from one Kentucky Wildcat to another. Moving up in the lineup. Taking over in the 4 hole for Justin Janis is Chase Estep. Estep is playing second base, where Bianchina played the last 3 games. But Bianchina is going to do the designated hitting, so Estep is sliding to second. First pitch to him here. Estep holds on a pitch inside off the plate. Estep looking to get anything going against Traverse City. 0 for 10 in this home and home series. 0 for 3 last night with a strikeout. Did walk once to reach base. Rips it to second. Camilletti off his glove into right field. The runner's going to hold at third. Thought Camilletti had that one. Had to reach to his left. Went off the tip of his glove into the outfield. Bases loaded for Kenosha for back-to-back nights in the first inning. They load the bases for Wyatt Crenshaw, who's had good performances against Traverse City. First pitch swinging, little flare to left. Coming in is Younger, he'll make the catch, and Barney will not tag. It's too shallow. A lot of soft contact in the first inning so far. Bianchina's hit a little blooper over traffic short. Estep had the hardest hit ball of the inning, and it went right off the glove of Camilletti. And now Heil, an out away from stranding the bases loaded here. Wyatt Rush got out of the bases loaded jam in last night's ball game in the first inning. In a 2-1 game, a very low scoring game, a pitcher's duel between Rush and Wiggins of Kenosha. Heil trying to match him, facing the shortstop Mikey Madej. First pitch to Madej, way early on that one, rips it down the right side, foul. Madej playing just his second game for the Kingfish, was 0 for 4 yesterday, but put every ball in play. 0-1 early on that one as well, rips it to the right side. Just like that, he's down 0-2, and Heil a strike away from getting out of the inning.
No, he's yelling something.
0-2 count. Heil looking for a big pitch. He deals. Madej right back at him. Heil snags it. He'll flip to first. Pittsbitters are out of the jam. They strand the bases loaded for back-to-back nights in the first and go to the second, still scoreless on Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the second inning here in Kenosha. Middle of the order will bat for Traverse City after Cade Heil got out of the bottom of the first. A bases loaded jam, keeping the game scoreless back-to-back nights. That has been the case as Chris Monroe leads off tonight's first baseman. First pitch swinging, comes up empty. Monroe's average taking a sharp decline after the All-Star break. Holds on a breaking ball low. Had one hit in last night's game, a single to right center field over the head of Bean Keena at second. That was his first hit of the home and home series. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Monroe out in front of it for the second strike. Down 1-2 now. A trio of flyouts in the first inning for Traverse City. 1 to right, 2 to left. For Bagshaw's 1-2-3 first. The 1-2 to Monroe. Another breaking ball. He lays off on it. Low and away. That's 4 in a row to Monroe.
That guy that's been yelling, that's like the head coach, right?
A good fastball hitter. See if he gets one 2-2. He does get a fastball, but it's outside. The count goes full. 3-2 to Monroe to start the second. Bagshaw gets the sign. Deals. Fastball that Monroe fouls off the left side, out of play.
Fans would like to remind you to be on the lookout for foul balls.
Flying bats and balls.
Wasting that pitch there.
I know, I'm gonna get there. I like to spice it up.
Yeah, it doesn't help when you say it.
Trying to be the first batter to reach against Bagshaw. First batter didn't reach yesterday, so the fourth inning for Traverse City. Another 3-2. Breaking ball that Monroe pops up on the infield. Looks like the first baseman Crenshaw will take control and make the grab for the first out of the inning.
Now batting from Oakland University, the right fielder, number 6.
Tried to get a 3-2 breaking ball in there. Monroe was waiting for it, sat on it, but just got under it and popped it up. First 4 retired, brings in Michael Steigels,
Yeah, oh, is it for cheese?
playing right field in tonight's game.
Yeah, go for it. Just don't hurt yourself. I'm not paying for it.
First pitch to him is low and away, picked by Cantello behind the plate.
Yeah, she could stand up.
Steigels, his 39th game on the season, was 1-2 with an RBI and a walk in the last game played on Tuesday. Hits one to center. McKay Barney is going to take a couple steps to his left and make the grab. Another fly ball out. All 5 outs recorded are balls hit in the air. 1 on the infield, 4 to the outfield. And in steps the man who broke the scoreless tie yesterday and was the ultimate difference maker in the ball game. His RBI double in the 7th inning put Traverse City on top for good as they went on to win 2-1. Takes a pitch high here. Taylor's been on a tear lately. 4-game hit streak, has RBI hits in his last 3 games, including that game last night. 2 of those games against Kenosha, one yesterday, one on Monday. 2-0 pitch here to Taylor. Gets a 2-0 fastball and pops it up. Down on the right side, drifting out of play, and it will end up out of play. Tried to jump on a 2-0 fastball and was way out in front of it. Under it, pops it up just behind the Pittsburgh's dugout. Goes a count to 2-1. Still a fastball count. See if he gets one here or if Bagshaw tries to throw an off-speed breaking ball. Wind up. Deals inside to Taylor in the count to 3-1 now. That was a fastball. See if he gets a fastball on 3-1. Trying to be the first to reach. Here's the 3-1 to Taylor. And Taylor takes low. He's going to walk with 2 outs. The Pittsburghers have a base runner.
Now batting is tonight's Miller Lite beer batter, Miguel Useche. And Useche strikes
Miguel
out.
Useche, the catcher, will bat with Taylor on first, 2 away. Useche has not played against Kenosha for quite some time, as Adam Proctor, the other catcher, has caught the last couple games against the Kingfish. Mickey did play on Tuesday, though. Was 1 for 4. Had a run scored, 1 strikeout. USHA takes a strike down the middle to even the count at 1-1. Pittsburgh's looking for their first hit now after their first base runner. Mickey swings and misses at the 1-1 pitch on the outside corner. Count to 1-2 now. Has to protect the plate with 2 strikes. Taylor on first with speed. Backshaw set for the 1-2. He deals. Useche takes. Little off the plate. Evens the count up again, now at 2-2. See if Taylor takes off. Josh Rebant loves being aggressive on the base paths. The 2-2 breaking ball, line to short. A diving play by the shortstop Madej, flips to second for the out. And that is going to rob Useche of a hit and end the inning. Pittsburghers get their first base runner, but leave him stranded as we head to the bottom of the second inning in a 0-0 game on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Final matchup between these two teams in the regular season. The 12th and final matchup. 6th and final matchup on the road for Traverse City. Last time they'll be at Simmons Field this summer, unless Kenosha makes the playoffs, winning the Great Lakes East second half title. Do have some ground to make up, though, on Kokomo, as bottom 3 will bat for the Kingfish in this inning. First pitch to Luke Stevenson, hits a fly ball to fairly deep right field. Michael Steigels is back. He'll make the catch a couple steps shy of the warning track in right field, and there's the first out.
Now batting from Lewis University.
Steigels, a utility player for Traverse City and for Oakland, where he plays his college ball. Has played left field, right field, and first base for the Pittsburghers this season. A great utility man that is very useful, especially in these situations. where you're sitting a player like Zeb. So you have to move the defense around. And then when you DH Tito Flores, that's taking out 2 outfielders. So it's good to have these utility guys that can slide in, especially Trey Younger on the other side of the outfield and left, who this season has played left field, center field, shortstop, and second. Couple utility guys on the corner outfield positions as Xavier Watson stands in. Angelo Cantello, first pitch, he took it up the middle, so he's on first. First pitch to Watson. He's swinging as well. Chopper to short. Could be 2. Traft to second for 1. Return throw's not in time as Watson's able to beat it out. Traverse City does get the lead runner, though. Cantello off base now. And 2 away. Back to the top of the order and to McKay Barney. Has hits in his last 3 games against Traverse City. Was hitless on Monday, though only had 1 official at bat because he was hit by a pitch and walked. So he only had 1 official at bat on Monday. 3 for 5 on Tuesday, 2 for 4 last night. Runner takes off on the first pitch. Throw down by Useche is just not in time, and Watson takes the bag. Gives the Kingfish a runner in scoring position with 2 away, so a base hit could bring in the first run of the game. Barney looking for his 3rd consecutive multi-hit game against Traverse City here. Singled in the first. Off of Cade Heil, a grounder to short. Heil takes a look at the runner, deals. Barney, a little floater to right field. Camilletti will race back. He will make the backpedaling catch just a step or 2 into the outfield grass and strand the runner in scoring position. A couple runners have been stranded in scoring position now for the Kingfish as Heil again out of trouble and keeps the game at 0 into the 3rd. Be back in a sec on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin for the 3rd inning. 0s on the board for both sides as Cayman Traficante will lead off against Brian Bagshaw. Pittsburgh's still looking for their first hit. Didn't pick up their first hit till the 4th inning in yesterday's game. Here in the 3rd as Traff steps in. First pitch to him, swing into first, and Crenshaw will field, and he will step on the bag for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. To begin the 3rd inning, last batter before the lineup card turns over, and top of the order comes back around. Christian Faust, the hitter.
What's the name of the kid announcer? Sam.
Christian Faust average at a even 200 right now. 40 hits in 200 at-bats. A perfect 200 average. Was 0 for 3 yesterday after being 1 for 3 with an RBI on Tuesday. Chases one low in the dirt. Goes down 0-2 in the count. Trying to protect the plate here. Traverse City's done a much better job than yesterday of protecting. They had 5 strikeouts the first trip to the lineup. None so far. Faust, though, could be the first. The 0-2 pitch coming in from Bagshaw. High and outside, an easy take for Christian at the plate, who's hit 2 home runs on the season. The first one came here on June 5th. Has to protect 1-2. Faust chases strike 3 down in the dirt. Throw has to go to first, and it is in time for out number 2. All 3 innings now, Bagshaw has retired the first 2 hitters of the inning. Has only allowed 1 base runner on the 2-out walk to Cruz Taylor in the second. Top of the order now, back up for the Pittsburghers. Trey Younger in for his second at-bat. Had a good count to hit in his last time up. Swung at the first pitch, took 3 straight balls to get it to 3-1, then flew out to right field. Takes the first pitch here, low for ball 1. With Camilletti on deck and Flores in the hole. Couple good bats due up if Younger can reach to extend the inning. Hits one hard to center, but Barney will come in and make the catch. Hard contact by Younger, but not able to find a hole and reap the benefits of that hard hit ball. No hits through the first 3 innings for the Pittsburghers. We head to the bottom half on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Kenosha for the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2, 3, and 4 set to hit for Kenosha. Vince Bianchina is up now, had a little bloop single over the shortstop's head his last time up. Right over the head of Traft that put the first 2 batters of the game on base. Set for the first pitch of the 3rd. Takes it for a strike on the outside corner. Heil, his first trip through the lineup, allowed 4 hits, but no runs. Got out of trouble in the first, loading the bases in the second, getting a runner in scoring position. Has been able to do that all season long. As being Keena hits one to left. Younger making his way back, making the catch for the first out of the bottom of the third. Showing off the footwork there. Had to backtrack over his left shoulder. Little drop step pivot, turning to the right side to make the catch. A ball to Tito Flores in left field yesterday took off on the wind with some nasty tail on it from the lefty and was able to get past him as he tried to dive and correct himself. Younger, no such problem there. Makes the catch. Kirk Liebert, now the batter, popped up to shortstop his first time up. That was with runners on first and second. Nobody out. Trying to advance the runners over. Trying to hit it the opposite way, but popped it up. The only hitter that didn't get a hit through the first four. Rolls one on the ground to second. Camilletti fields. Throws on time to Monroe for out number 2. And that's now the first time that Heil has retired the first 2 of an inning. Making some changes as the first inning he allowed the first 2 to reach. In the second, he got the first out, then allowed someone to reach. Here in the third, gets them both out. So he's trending in the right direction as he's looking for a 1-2-3 frame. His first has to face Chase Estep, the second baseman. Estep singled his last time up on a line drive to the left of Mario Camilletti. Went right off the strings of his glove. Tried to make a full extension grab, and it was just off his glove into right field. That loaded the bases before Heil got out of the jam. Holding on the first 2 pitches. First one was a strike, second one's a ball. 1-1 the count. Estep had his first hit of this 4-game set. His last time up snapped an 0-for-10 skid against Pittsburgh pitching. Could have another one. Hits it to left center field, but the center fielder, Cruz Taylor, will make the catch to end the inning. The first 1-2-3 for Cade Heil keeps the Kingfish off base. And back-to-back nights, we have zeros through the first third of the game. And we go to the fourth with Camilletti leading off, Flores, and then Monroe on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back for the top of the fourth inning here in Kenosha. Scoreless game so far. Been doing it a little bit differently as Hiles had to work through trouble in the first and the second. And Bryant Bagshaw of Kenosha has only allowed 1 base runner through the first 3 frames. No hits as he's gotten a lot of fly ball outs. Only 1 ground ball out so far. Pittsburgh's getting under the ball, looking to get on top of it and get a hit. For the first hit of the game is Mario Camilletti. Second baseman will lead off after he hit a deep fly to left field in his first at-bat. Takes the first pitch low and in. Breaking ball inside. Camilletti opened the game, leading the Northwoods League in on-base percentage at .511. 1-0 pitch. Hard hit to the right side. Crenshaw will field, throw to first, and there's the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 17.
Another hard hit ball for Camilletti. Nothing to show for it so far, though. 0 for 2. His first at bat was just a foot or two shy of the warning track in left field as he was trying to attack the short fence. Hard hit ground ball brings in Tito Flores. Flew out to left field.
Next time you announce the jersey auction, can you announce that we're going to close it at the end of the 7th?
Flores takes the first pitch inside.
Here's Tito Flores again, like I said. Fly out on the day. Into the center.
Flores had the first hit in yesterday's game for Traverse City with a double in the fourth. Swings and misses at a low pitch here. Count evens at 1-1. Could get the first hit in this game as well, if he can find some grass. Doubled into the left field corner with 2 outs in the fourth. And then came around to score on a hard hit ball by Chris Monroe that kicked past the shortstop, Mikey Madej. Started the scoring. Got Traverse City up 1-0. 1-2 count to him here as Bagshaw found the outside corner. Wind up, deals on 1 and 2. Flores rips it left side off the glove of the third baseman Watson into left field. The first hit of the game for Traverse City. Back-to-back nights that Flores gets the first hit of the night for Traverse City. A leaping effort by Watson at third, just off his glove, similar to the ball that went off of Camilletti's glove in the first inning. Just not able to squeeze it. Brings in Chris Monroe with the runner on base. He takes a first pitch fastball right there for the first strike. Monroe third in the Northwoods League in RBIs. At one point he held that crown all by himself when he picked up his 41st RBI on the season. Came out of the All-Star break with an RBI against Kokomo on July 23rd. That gave him 41. He was the leader at that point. Has since fallen off as Jackson Lofton of Fond du Lac has taken over with 47 RBIs now. And that was Monroe's last RBI. Noah Ribby's his last 4 games, though he's had many chances, especially in the 11-9 loss. That game he had his RBI, had a couple more chances. 1-2 count to him here. Ball skipped outside, trying to get a chase. Monroe laying off. Good pick by Cantello behind home. Keeps it from going to the backstop. Keeps Flores at first. Monroe trying to break out of this little slump he's in against Kenosha. Grounder up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Estep to first, and that is a inning-ending double play. Just as soon as they get their first hit, a double play ball right up the middle ends the inning, sends this game to the bottom of the fourth. tied at 0. Be back in a second on Pittsburgh Radio.
Don't know. Insurance.
Welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Bottom of the 4th inning. 5-6-7 for the Kingfish. Wyatt Crenshaw will lead things off. He batted with the bases loaded and one away in the first inning, but hit a shallow fly to left field that was not deep enough to bring in the run, as Hyle was able to get out of the inning unscathed. Fouls one off his leg here, as the count evens at 1-1. Crenshaw wasn't able to reach base the first game against Traverse City. He was 0 for 3, but he has hits in the last 2 games. Had 2 hits on Tuesday, 1 hit last night. Hits one here to left, chasing Younger back. He will make the play. Another quick out on a fly ball. Starting the 4th the same way he started the 3rd. That's with the fly ball to left field. One away. Mikey Madej, the shortstop, was the final out in that first inning with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Hit a hard hit ball, a comebacker to Hyle that he was able to snag and make the easy play to first to strain him loaded. He's looking for his first hit against Traverse City. Only his 2nd game in a Kingfish uniform. Takes a first pitch breaking ball from Hyle in there for strike 1. Hyle using his stuff after that first trip through the lineup has bounced back in a big way after allowing 3 hits in the first, 1 in the second. He's bounced back, retired now 6 in a row. Not a lot of hard hit balls by the Kingfish. 0-2 count here, the pitch to Madej. Checks his swing and it gets through the legs of Useche, but he did not go. Ball kicked towards the Pittsburgh dugout and had the third base ump ruled that he went around. Then Madej would have had a free pass to first, as Miggy had to chase that one a long way. But he didn't go, so it's just a ball. It counts to 1-2. Hyle's still looking for a punch-out pitch here. Lined up, deals. Madej pops it up on the right side. See if it's in play for Chris Monroe. It is going to be in play, and he's going to make the catch just shy of the dirt in foul territory. And there's the second out, and 7 in a row tired by Hyle. A lot of soft contact is what Hyle does best. He doesn't give up many hard hit balls. And that is what led him to being one of the best pitchers in his conference in the spring for North Georgia. As Stevenson swings and misses at the first pitch here in the dirt. Heil was all-conference first team. Was first on the team in innings pitched as a primary bullpen arm. Or as a starter, my mistake. His first appearance this season without the bullpen. But he pitched 27 more innings than the next closest pitcher on his team. Had the most wins and strikeouts, obviously. And had 120 more batters faced than the next closest pitcher. Thought he had strike 3 there, but the pitch just missing off. Gets the count to 1-2. Heil was looking for his first strikeout of the night there. Has to pitch the 1-2 to Stevenson. He deals. Stevenson to center, should end the inning. And back-to-back 1-2-3 frames for Cade Heil. Gets that fly out to center. He's retired the last 8 he's faced. And another scoreless frame. We're through 4. Zeros all over the board as we head now to the 5th. With Steigels, Taylor, and Useche set to hit for Traverse City. Be back in a second on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Through 4 scoreless as Cade Heil has retired the last 8 he's faced, and Brian Bagshaw throwing a 1-hitter through the first 4. Michael Steigels will lead off here in the top of the 5th, looking to break this scoreless tie. Takes 2 balls. That pitch, breaking ball by Bagshaw, bounced about a foot in front of home plate. Held on to the curveball for a little too long. Released it too late. Hitters count for Steigels at 2-0. See if he gets a fastball. Does get a fastball, rips it to short, but right into the glove of the shortstop, Madej. There's the first out. Traverse City hitting a good amount of balls hard, just not able to find holes. They're hitting them right at defenders. Steigels barreled that one up, but Madej only had to take about 2 steps to his right to make the catch. Younger had a hard hit line drive that was caught out in center. Camilletti had a hard hit grounder his last time up. Cruz Taylor, the hitter now. He had a hard hit ball last night over the head of Liebert in left field. One hopped over the wall for an RBI ground rule double, the difference maker in the game. 0-1 count here. Holds on an inside pitch. Started to twist the hips and launch the bat, but he held up. Called the ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Taylor with a 4-game hit streak, trying to continue that. Here's the 1-1 from Bagshaw. Deals Taylor a little late. Fouls it off the left side, out of play. Another 2-strike count for Bagshaw.
No worries, Byzance Insurance is here to help protect you and your car from damage.
Last night wasn't the biggest night for strikeouts for the Traverse City side, but Kenosha had a good amount of them between their pitchers. 1-2 to Taylor, taken high and outside. Gets the count even again at 2-2 now. Trying to get himself aboard. Rocks into the windup. Bagshaw deals. Taylor takes high, and the count goes full. Full count to Taylor, trying to reach base with one away here in the 5th. Pitch by Bagshaw. Fastball, Taylor to right. That's going to drop in for a hit. He will extend his hit streak now to 5 games. Second hit for the Pit Spitters here, and the second time Taylor's been aboard after he walked in the 2nd inning. But the last time Traverse City got a base hit, it was also with 1 out in the 4th inning. The next batter hit into a double play. Usache will look to avoid that here. Grounded out to the shortstop his last time, so he's 0 for 1. Miggy takes pitch 1 down low for ball 1. Miggy's ball to short was roped hard, but Madej made a sliding catch, drifting to his left side. Stealing a hit from Miggy and ending the inning. Miggy trying to get back into the hit column here. Chases a high fastball, comes up empty. The count goes to 1-1. Trying to move over that runner. This game has the makes of last night's game. Miggy to short could end the inning. Madej boots it. The flip to second, not in time. Taylor beats it out. A fielding error by Madej. His second error in as many days. Had an error on the ground ball yesterday from Chris Monroe that allowed Flores to score. That could be another costly error for the shortstop and could lead to the first run of the game if Traficante can come through with a base hit. First and second with 1 away. Pitch down low but picked by Cantello. Trying to keep the ball in front, not allow the runners to advance. 1-0 pitch. Traficante takes for ball 2. Gets ahead in the count. Traff was 0 for 3 yesterday. He's played all 4 games of this series. Was 2 for 4 with an RBI double on Monday. 1 for 3 with a triple on Tuesday. Takes ball 3. Now the count 3-0. As Bagshaw struggling to find the strike zone. See if Traff is able to reach base here on a walk. 3-0 from Bagshaw. Traff swinging at 3-0, and he fouls it straight back. Not a terrible idea, I guess, on 3-0, because should be getting a fastball, and Traff tried to jump on it, but just got a piece. Count goes to 3-1. But 3-0, if you're swinging, you better hit that ball into a gap. 3-1 for Traff. Backshaw deals. Trafficante swings and misses. Now the count full. Return throw to second is going to get Taylor out. Not paying attention. And Cantello throws it all the way down to second after Traff swung and missed for the second out of the inning. Now 2 outs, and a strike can get him out of the inning. 3-2 to Trafficante. Fouls it off the left side. That's a big play because if Traff reaches base here, it would have put Taylor on third with 1 out and could have set up a sac fly. Now it's going to need a couple base runners and a hit or two to bring in a run. And Bagshaw can end the inning here with an out. Runner at first will go. Takes off. Pitch is flown to center. Barney over, will make the catch, and that's going to end the inning. The base running mistake by Taylor may have cost it a run for Traverse City as we're halfway through 9, going to the bottom of the 5th on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Fields in Kenosha for the bottom of the 5th inning. Zeros all across the scoreboard through the first 4.5. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, Traverse City got a couple runners on, but couldn't capitalize in the top half. The bottom half of the Kenosha order is up with the catcher, Angelo Cantello, leading off. He singled the first pitch he saw last at-bat. First pitch he sees here, swings again and fouls it straight back.
Fans, we'd like to remind you to be on the lookout for flying foul balls.
Cantello entered as a .278 hitter through 5 games with Kenosha. Shatters the bat on an inside pitch there and fouls it right off. Has to get a new piece of lumber to finish the at-bat with in an 0-2 count. 5 hits and 19 trips to the plate this season for Angelo Cantello. Has not played since July 25th. First time he's seen Traverse City. 0-2 count from Heil here. Deals a waste pitch. Breaking ball outside in the dirt. Blocked by Useche trying to get a chase. but Cantello lays off. Kyle asking for a new ball. He's going to get one. One-two count to the leadoff hitting catcher here. Heil looking for his first strikeout. Grounded to short. Draft backhands. Jump throw across his body to Monroe. What a play. Little Derek Jeter style play there. Backhand to his left across the body on time. Beautiful play by the shortstop for out number 1. Needed a perfect throw there on the backhand to beat the runner, and it was right on the money for out number 1. Brings in Xavier Watson, 9th final hitter in the lineup for the Kingfish. Heil with the first pitch strike. Second pitch is taken for a ball. 1-1 the count to Watson, who reached on a fielder's choice in the second. Was stranded after stealing second base when the leadoff man McKay Barney popped out to end the inning. 1-2 the count here to Watson. Heil deals in the dirt. A good take as Heil's trying to get a chase. Count evens at 2-2 to Watson, the third baseman. The pitch on 2-2 is inside, and the count runs full. Watson had to back out there and avoid being hit. Payoff pitch here from Heil. He deals and swing and a miss. Watson goes down. The first strikeout of the game for Cade Heil. He retires 10 in a row now. A full trip through the lineup. Angelo Cantello, the catcher, was the last person to reach base with a hit in the second. Watson did reach, but it's not a hit. The count says an out. He's 0 for 1. So that's 10 consecutive sat down. Back to the top of the order in McKay Barney. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Single in the first, pop out in the second. In for his third trip, trying to extend the inning with 2 away here. Heil deals. Barney showing bunt, trying to reach, and fouls it off the left side, trying to push it down the third baseline. Used his speed in the first inning on a ground ball to short, was able to beat it out as Traff took his time with the ball. Trying to bunt there, see if Faust comes in on the grass. 0-1 pitch, not showing bunt here. Takes low and in for ball 1. Count evens to Barney, the leadoff man. Trying for another 1-2-3 inning is Heil. Deals. Barney holds on the inside corner for a strike. Good pitch from Heil. Gets him ahead in the count. He's gotten all 3 batters this inning to 2 strikes. Got Cantello to ground out to short. Struck out Watson. Facing Barney now on 1-2 with 2 outs. He deals. Barney getting a piece, chopping it down the right side and foul. A little slow roller just to stay alive. Heil trying for 11 straight. Sat down. Deals on 1-2 to Barney. A good pitch, little low. Trying to get Barney to chase. He lays off. Count evens it 2-2 now. Heil wind up, deals outside, and the count full now to Barney. Don't want to walk him with 2 outs. Got to come in the zone here with the pitch. Big pitch coming here to Barney. Full count with 2 outs. The payoff pitch from Heil. Barney, chopper to first. Monroe fields, throws to first in time. It took a nifty hop up to Monroe. But 11 straight retired from Cade Heil. Keeps the game at 0-0 through the first 5. We go to the 6th with Faust leading off. And then the top of the order for Traverse City on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Fields. Christian Faust is going to lead off the 6th inning. Zeros all across the board. As Heil has retired the last 11 he's faced. Last gave up a base run in the 2nd inning. Has thrown 3 consecutive perfect innings. Pittsburghers have had a couple on base in this game the last few innings. They have 2 hits now. Had 2 on with only 1 out last inning, but weren't able to capitalize. Oh-2 count to the leadoff man, Faust. Breaking ball to third, played by Watson across the diamond to Crenshaw for the first out of the inning.
Back to the top of the order for the Pittsburghers.
Bagshaw dealing through this game. Heil, though, matching him every step of the way. Bagshaw only 2 hits and 1 walk. Has allowed 4 base runners, another one being on an error. Only 1 strikeout, though. Very similar to Heil, who's given up 4 hits with no walks and 1 strikeout. So both have allowed 4 base runners. Back to the top of the order as Trey Younger settles in. Younger 0 for 2 with a flyout to right and a line out to center. A hard line out his last time up. 2-0 the count as Heil gets ahead. Trying to get something started at the top of the order. Takes a 2-0 fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Not really a pitch to be swinging at on 2-0. trying to get something more middle of the plate. So a good idea to take. Though Younger loves to go to the opposite field. So maybe that was a good pitch to swing at.
Right.
Tried to check his swing on 2-1, but went around with a violent check swing, and the count evens at 2-2 now. Has to protect on the 2-strike pitch. Ready to go against Bagshaw. He deals. Younger chases strike 3 in the dirt. Just the second strikeout of the game for Bagshaw. Gets the first 2 of the inning.
Never strike out when you team up with Bayaseki Ramones. Now batting the second baseman, number 1, Mario Camilletti.
2 away with nobody on for Mario Camilletti. He's had a couple hard hit balls here in this game. A hard line out to deep left field. Smoked one on the ground his last at bat, but right to the first baseman. Swinging at the first pitch here, was way out in front of a breaking ball and just chops it into his own foot in the batter's box.
I think we lost one of their guys, but we haven't been
0-1 the count. As Camilletti tries to reach for the first time tonight. 0-1 pitch here from Bagshaw. He deals. Mario takes it inside off of his elbow. He's going to go down to first base on the hit by pitch. Reaches base for the first time tonight. No one a better getting on base than Mario Camilletti.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hit by an inside pitch. Down to first he goes with 2 outs. Extends the inning for Tito Flores. The designated hitter's 1 for 2. Singled in the 4th. The first hit of the game for Traverse City. Back-to-back nights he's hit. Gotten the first base hit in the 4th inning for the Pittsburghers. Holds on a breaking ball that settles in there for strike 1. A little hanging one that Flores laid off.
You're breaking up like really bad.
Up in the zone, a pitch he can drive, but if you're not expecting it, you'll be way out in front if you try to attack it.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I told Max about this. He should have known.
0-1 pitch to Flores. Up the middle. Medea at short makes the play. Flips to second, and the bare hand by Estep will end the inning. Traverse City, again, is going to strand runners on base. They got a 2-out base runner, but can't bring him in. Scoreless through 6 as we head to the bottom half of this inning here in Kenosha on Pittsburgh Radio. Back for the bottom of the 6th inning here in Kenosha. 6 scoreless for Bryant Bagshaw. Has only allowed a pair of hits, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch in the game. But on the other side, Cade Heil is hot as he has retired the last 11 Kingfish he's faced. Has not allowed a base runner since the 2nd inning,
City is known for grown cherries.
but has gotten some help from his defense in the last couple frames. First batter, Vince Bianchina, shows bunt and pulls back. Looked like a good pitch, but it's taken for ball 1 to start the at-bat. Trying to snap the skid of 11 retired with a bunt hit. Yeah, that pitch was a strike. Swinging at the 2nd pitch, fouls it straight back. Not bunting here. 1-1 goes the count. Bianchina singled in the 1st, flew out to left field. Last time up in the 3rd. Bats here in the 6th. Leading things off. That one up the middle, past the glove of Heil into center field. The first hit for Kenosha, first base runner since the 2nd inning. Snapping a streak of 11 straight, sat down by the Traverse City starter. And just like that, the Kingfish get a leadoff man and are in business, trying to break a scoreless tie in the bottom of the 6th. Good couple bats coming up as well as Kirk Liebert stands in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Has popped out and grounded out.
This game is flying though, man.
Had 2 hits in last night's game. In the loss, pick over to first, and in safely is Bianchina. Heil does have a quick move. He's gotten a couple men out on pickoffs. Liebert hitless the first 2 games in Traverse City, 2 hits last night. 0 for 2 here, and he will go 0 for 3 as he lines one hard to center, but right at Cruz Taylor for the first out of the 6th, and that's going to keep Bianchina stuck at first. Tried to put down a bunt at Turtle Creek in one of the games, but popped it up to the 3rd baseman, and then it was immediately turned into a double play. That was a pop-up in the 6th inning on Tuesday. Tried to bunt with 2 runners on and only 1 out to move him over, but popped it up, and a double play ensued as runner was picked off at first, so might be why he's not showing bunt here in that plate appearance. Getting late in the game, and the way that the pitching has been going, got to trust your pitcher Bagshaw to keep things scoreless. So I thought there'd be maybe a bunt there, but he's not moving the runner. So Eastep will hit now. 1 for 2. First pitch taken outside. Looked like a good pitch from Heil. Right on the corner, not called. First pitch, ball to Eastep. Another pick over, Bianchina back. Eastep singled in the 1st to load the bases, and then flew out his last time up. That was his first hit of the 4-game set, as he's now 1 for 12 in these 4 games. That one through the left side, past Traficante, right between Faust and Traff on the left side of the infield, into left for a single, his 2nd hit of the game. Giving the Kingfish a couple base runners with only 1 away here. After 3 innings without a hit, Kenosha gets 2 here in the 6th. Get a couple on for Wyatt Crenshaw, who's flown out both at-bats to left field.
Tommy, after putt for go, since we'll have a minute.
has an RBI shot here. Had a pair of RBIs on Tuesday in Turtle Creek. First pitch low and in to Crenshaw. 0 for 2 here. Was 0 for 3 game 1 on Monday. 2 hits Tuesday, 1 hit last night. Trying to come through here. Could break the tie with a hit against Heil, who's worked out of trouble a couple times tonight. Crenshaw popped up on the left side. Faust racing over, and it was in play in the dugout, but right by the wall and into the chairs set up in the bullpen where the Kingfish relievers are sitting. So Faust not able to get there. Falls in harmlessly, and the count goes to 1-1. Bianchina on second, Estep on first. A pair of singles. Mixed in there was the hard line out by Liebert to center. 1 out for Crenshaw. Heil looking at Bianchina, deals 1-1. That ball down in left center field. They're going to send the runner. Traff's relay home is not in time. And it gets away, so Estep's going to head to third, and Crenshaw's going to head to second base on the throwing error.
Fans, that was the Dickies smoking hot hit of the night.
RBI single for Crenshaw.
The shortstop, number 16, Mikey Madej.
Moves up on that error by Trafficante. That's going to take the possibility of an inning-ending double play out. And Heil now will face Mikey Madej with runners on third and second. 1 away. Infield drawn in to cut off an extra run in a pitcher's duel like this. If you can keep a runner from scoring, a low-scoring game like this, an extra run seems like a lot. So infield's in to prevent that. Madej just tasked with bringing in the runners, get one to the outfield, trying to get one deep enough in the air to score a run.
I'm sure we can get you through it too. No, he just needs to know like what to unclick and stuff. It's the actual system.
1-0 pitch here to Madej, who's 0 for 2. To first, Monroe fields. He will step on the bag, and the runner not able to come home. Monroe just able to get to that one, going up the line. Turned over his left shoulder, ready to throw home if the runner was coming. But Estep held at third. Would have been a close play had he been taken off. Monroe's throw, I think, would have had him. The ball got to him quickly. And now with 2 outs, Luke Stevenson needs a base hit to bring another run home. He's 0 for 2 tonight with 2 flyouts. Hits one to right center field. It's going to drop in for a hit. 1 run's going to score, and 2 runs will come in. A 2 RBI base hit from Luke Stevenson puts Kenosha on top 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th.
For Kenosha, the catcher, number 37, Angelo Cantello.
Only one of those runs would have scored had Traff's not made the throwing error. And actually neither of them potentially would have scored, as that ground ball by Madej likely would have been a double play ball that would have ended the inning. Instead, it's a 3-0 game. One and 1 to Cantello, 1 for 2 tonight. Swings and misses on the inside pitch, goes to 1 and 2. trying to get out of the inning. The 1-2 pitch is taken inside. Count evens at 2-2. Runner on first with 2 outs. 2-2 from Heil is inside again, so the count goes full. Full count, runner at first. Luke Stevenson will be in motion. And here is the full count pitch. It's just fouled off. Cantel able to make contact on a pitch, on a breaking ball that was drifting off the plate. Another 3-2 payoff pitch coming here. Runner goes, Heil deals outside, a 2-out walk to Cantello.
That was a Bear Development walk for charity. Bear Development will be donating
The first walk by Cade Heil puts 2 on with 2 outs for the 9th hitter, Xavier Watson. Watson 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout, the only strikeout that Cade Heil has tonight. First pitch to Watson here is outside, taken for ball 1. Anthony Ramirez, right-handed reliever, getting ready in the Traverse City bullpen. Set to come in if any more trouble ensues. Ball low. Gets the count to 2-0 to Watson. Has to make some pitches here. Don't want to get it back to the top of the order with the bases loaded. And it's now 3-0, and the ball gets away from Useche. Runners will advance on the wild pitch. Base hit can score a pair. 3-0 the count with the top of the order on deck. See if Heil can make a pitch here. 3-0, and finds the outside corner for the first strike. Gets it to 3-1. Watson, the 8th batter of the inning here. (3-1) pitch to Watson. To third, shed in the inning, Faust Fields. Throws across to end it. But Kenosha scores 3 runs, break the scoreless tie. 3 innings left for Traverse City to get back into it. Be back on Pittsburgh Radio. back in Kenosha, top of the 7th. A 3-0 ball game here as Chris Monroe leads off. Takes one low and then the dirt. Counts 2-1. It was a 1-1 count before that pitch. A little late coming back when nature calls, you know. Monroe looking at a 2-1 hitter's count here. Trying to reach for the first time tonight. He's 0 for 2. Grounder to third. And Watson boots it. Recovery throw is not in time, and Monroe will reach. Error by Watson. Took a couple bad hops on him. Went off the lip at the start of the infield. And then when it got to him, it took another funny hop, allowing Monroe to reach. That could be just what Traverse City needs to spark an inning here, down up by a score of 3-0. With Michael Steigels in now, he's 0 for 2. He's flown out and lined out hard. Under one to right. Stevenson will come in and make the catch for the first out.
Stepping into the box for Traverse City, the center fielder, number 9, Cruz Taylor.
Cruz Taylor will stand in and hit now. 1 for 1. A single and a walk. The only Pittsburgher to be on base in his first 2 plate appearances. Was the first base runner to reach on his walk in the second. Had the second hit in the 5th on his single, but was thrown out, not paying attention on second by the catcher Cantello. Rips one foul on the left side. Count goes to 1-1.
As another friendly reminder to be on the lookout for flying foul balls.
Traverse City in the second half standings, 2 games up on Kenosha, and they're 2 games back of Kokomo, trying to fight for that title as well. As Taylor takes a pitch high. It's the count to 1-2. Overall standings, Traverse City is a game back of Kokomo, and they won tonight. So this would be, they need to win this game to stay in the hunt. Strike 3 called on a backdoor curveball, and Taylor will head back to the dugout. Just the 3rd strikeout for Backshaw tonight.
Now batting is tonight's Miller Lite beer batter, Miguel Useche. If Useche strikes out, draft beer will be 2-1.
After the leadoff error, Backshaw gets 2 straight outs, as Traverse City not able to capitalize on the mistake. They're going to need a couple hits here with 2 outs if they're going to want to come back. Miguel Useche will hit. He's grounded to the shortstop twice now.
I know, but I was just preparing.
Has reached on a fielder's choice both times. But is 0 for 2. Giving Mikey Madej some ground ball work at short. Takes one outside. Count goes to 2-0. Got a hitter's count here. Fastball count. Does get a fastball. Takes it for the first strike. Goes to 2-1. Still a hitter's count, though, for Useche. Still a fastball count. Two 2-1 is in there for a strike as well. 2-2 now the count to Useche. Has to protect here with Monroe over at first and 2 outs. Count 2-2 with 2 away. Runner on first. 2-2 pitch here from Bagshaw. Miggy chases it for strike 3. Goes down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bagshaw. Gets the Kingfish out of the inning. And we will head to the 7th inning stretch in a 3-0 ball game in favor of the Kingfish. Time running out to get back into it for Traverse City. Be back in a minute on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Kenosha for the final matchup between these two teams. Traverse City trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th as the top of the order will bat for the Kingfish. McKay Barney is 1 for 3, singled his first at-bat, hitless since as Anthony Ramirez is in. He will face Barney. Heil's night is done after 6 innings. First pitch to Barney taken for strike 1. Ramirez has been a reliable arm all season long. Has made 15 prior appearances. This is his 16th, one shy for the most trips out of the bullpen for the Pittsburghers. Barney fouls it off the left side out of play. Just like that, the count is 0-2, but Barney has not struck out yet tonight. Has popped out and grounded out. Ramirez pitched 2 scoreless innings against Kenosha on Tuesday. Barney, a little dribbler to short. Trafficante tried his best, but throws it away. Barney was going to reach no matter what on the little slow roller. Trafficante tried everything he could, but wasn't able to field it and throw it in time. A tough play for Traff. Another dinky hit for the Kingfish. Had a lot of those at Turtle Creek and have had a fair amount already here in this game as well. Had a couple bloop singles, couple grounders, slow rollers that have found a hole. That one for Barney. Little slow roller to short. No real hard hit balls. Were maybe 1 or 2 last inning. Barney with good speed now is on first for Vince Bianchina. 2 for 3, singled to lead off the 6th, would come around to score the first run of the game. Part of that 3-run inning for Kenosha. See if Barney will be taken off. There he goes. Bianchina checked his swing and got a piece of it, fouled it off. Tried to check up, but went around and got a piece of the ball, which prevented Useche from catching it cleanly. So he has to go back to first. Now for a 1-1 pitch. Barney leads Kenosha in stolen bags, is 4th in the Northwoods League. 1-1 pitch here from Ramirez. See if Barney takes off again. He is taken off. Bianchina liner over the head of Traficante into center field. Another one of those hits. Not hit very hard, but it's finding grass. That's what Kenosha's done in this 4-game set. Haven't made a lot of hard hit balls. They just know how to place them perfectly to reach base. And there's another one by Bianchina. Brings in Kirk Liebert for another at-bat. He's hitless tonight, 0 for 3. Hit the ball hard his last at-bat, a hard liner to center. The second time in this game that he was the only batter in a 4-batter stretch to not single happened in the first inning when Barney Bianchina singled. He popped out, and then E-Step singled. Happened in the 6th when Bianchina singled. He lined out, then E-Step and Crenshaw singled. Twice he has not been part of a hit party. See if he can get on with a hit here. First pitch from Ramirez is in there for a strike. A good changeup from Ram. Keeps Liebert a little off balance. Was starting to go around a little early. Ramirez gets ahead. 0-1 pitch. Deals. Liebert out in front of that one and fouls it straight back. Looking for a strikeout here is Ramirez to hold those runners. Liebert hasn't struck out tonight in his 3 hitless at-bats. Didn't strike out yesterday as well when he went 2 for 4, but he had a pair of strikeouts in both games at Turtle Creek when he went 0 for 4 in both those games. The 0-2 pitch to Liebert. Deals. And that ball taken outside. Looked like he made a good pitch on 0-2. Have to see where that spot was. Yeah, another umpire is not given the outside corner. It's another pitch he missed on the corner. Should have been strike 3. Instead, we're still at the plate. 1-2 pitch now. Ramirez checks on Barney at second. Deals to Liebert, who is out in front. Makes contact right off the end of the bat. Stays alive. Ramirez battling with Liebert. He's fouled off a couple pitches. Another 1-2 with runners on first and second. Deals. Liebert pops it up, and it's going to get out of play. I'm not a expert lip reader. I think when Liebert was watching that ball drift foul, might have seen a GD muttered at the plate. Ramirez did face Liebert
I would honestly do it like
in the ball game, or he did not face Liebert on Tuesday. Liebert was the last out right before Ramirez came in. Into the 7th, he pitched a scoreless 7th and 8th. Only allowed 1 base runner on a walk. Trying to have more success here. Has already allowed 2 hits, though. Another 2-strike pitch to Liebert. He's going to lift his leg, turn towards second to look McKay Barney back.
whenever you think you have time to say it. Next foul ball or an out if it's not like a strikeout we have to say something. Or unless you don't think you have time to say that.
1-2 count still as Liebert is battling at the plate. He's fouled off a couple 2-strike pitches. Ramirez looks at Barney. Runner takes off. Liebert fly to center. Cruz Taylor going back. He will make the catch. The runners are able to get back in time, but the hit and run not able to work.
Now batting the second baseman from Kentucky, number 23.
Big out there. Not only because the runners were in motion and a base hit would have scored a run easily, but it's not a productive out as the runners don't advance. And you keep Liebert off base again. He's 0 for 4. Chase Estep will hit now. He's 2 for 3 after going 0 for his first 10 in the first 3 games. He has 2 hits tonight, multi-hit game. One of 3 Kingfish hitters with multiple hits. Barney thought about stealing third, is able to get back to second as Useche fired it back. Barney made it about a quarter of the way to third base and then stopped and ran back. Useche tried to pick him off, but he gets in. Pitch was taken for a ball to Estep. Singled in the first, singled in the 6th. In between there, he flew out to center. Had back-to-back nights where he struck out in the 9th inning, down 1 run. Worst of all was on Tuesday for him when he struck out with the bases loaded.
Tommy, I would just do it before there's 2 outs, just in case, like, you know, because if there's a third
Ram
out,
trying to get out of trouble, but he has a 2-0 count to Estep.
yeah, literally next foul ball, put it out.
Runners hold the pitch. Taken for a ball. Outside corner is just not getting called in this game. Another pitch right on the corner. Call the ball. Gets the count to 3-0. Sure, Estep will be holding. Might go after the 3-0 if it's a fastball. The pitch, we'll never know, is way high outside. He walks him, and the bases will be loaded. First walk for Ramirez in this inning. Did have 1 walk in his 2 innings on Tuesday. It's the one part about his game I'm sure he'll be looking to improve, as that is what the purpose of the Northwoods League is in every collegiate summer league, is so you can get better for when you go back to college. I'm sure Ramirez's focus is going to be better in the strike zone, as he does have almost an even walk to strikeout ratio this season. 15 walks, 17 strikeouts. Gets Crenshaw swinging at the first pitch of this at-bat. Wyatt Crenshaw had an RBI single his last time up after 2 flyouts to left field. He singled home Bianchina. That's when the throw got away from Traficante and moved those runners up an extra 90 feet. Trying to come through with the bases loaded. He did not come through with the bases loaded in the first inning when he flew out to left field with only one out. Bases loaded with one out again for him. Maybe a chance for redemption. Trying to blow this game open. One pitch from Ramirez. He deals. Crenshaw grounder to second. Slow roller. Booted by Camilletti under his glove. That's going to bring home a run. And the Kingfish score 2 on that play. They take a 5-0 lead. One of those runs were already going to score, but the error allows another runner to score. And it's the second at-bat for Crenshaw that he moves up to second base on an error. Back-to-back innings with errors for Traverse City. Mikey Madej will bat 0 for 3 with runners on third and second and only one away, infield in. Had the infield in the same exact situation, third and second with one away. His last at bat, grounded out to third, was not able to come through. Has a 2-0 count, a hitter's count against Ramirez. Now 3-0 as Ramirez misses outside. Ramirez a ball away from loading the bases as a left-hander gets loose in Traverse City's bullpen. Looks like Aaron Gustafson. Haven't seen him pitch in a long time. Misses on the 3-0, back pick to third, and just back in safely is Estep. Almost picked off by Useche. Would have been a big out. Just got ahead of the tag as Madej walks to first to load the bases with only one out for Luke Stevenson. 2 runs on the board already. Should have been 1, and there should be 2 outs, but Camilletti committed a fielding error that allowed 2 runs to score. Happens at this field. We've seen a couple fielding errors already in this game and the series as a whole. Definitely in my talks with the players, the consensus is, at least in the Great Lakes East, between here, Turtle Creek Stadium, Kokomo, Rockford, Battle Creek, and Kalamazoo. I think the consensus was this is their least favorite infield to play on, because you get those bad hops. The ball on Camilletti was a hopper that as soon as it got right to his glove, of course the final hop was hit the dirt and just kind of skipped straight, so it went off the tip of his glove. A better infield, it would have kept true and hopped right into the webbing, because Camilletti's a fantastic infielder. That's why these guys and every single team that comes to Turtle Creek Stadium loves it. Love playing on the turf field. Don't have those bad hops. Mound visit over. Rocky Mariello went to talk to his pitcher for a while. Stevenson batting out, the bases loaded. First pitch to him, swinging and missing on a pitch on the outside corner. Trying to come through here with the bases loaded. Only one out. So he just needs a deep enough fly ball. Infield is not playing in to get a run. They're just going to play for a double play. As Ramirez tries to work out of a lot of trouble. Breaking ball almost hit Stevenson. Missed a little inside. Luckily for Ram, it was a breaking ball, so it started at him and then broke over more towards the plate, so he couldn't be hit by the pitch. 1-1 the count. The pitch from Ramirez. Stevenson, fly ball to left. Younger going back at the wall, runs out of room, and that ball is gone. A grand slam for Kenosha. And the route officially on here at Simmons Field. It's now a very insurmountable lead, 9-0 in the 7th. On the grand slam by Stevenson. Third homer of the season, and that's going to take Ramirez out of this game. Only got one out. Gave up 6 runs. Only 4 earned. But 4 runs on one swing takes Ramirez out of the game, and I do think that is Aaron Gustafson back in a Pittsburgh uniform, ready to go. That will send me into a quick break, get things sorted here. Be back in a sec on Pittsburgh Radio. Back at Simmons Fields, left-hander Aaron Gustafson back in a Pittsburgh uniform and ready to go. Was on a temporary contract at the start of the season and made 2 appearances and 2 starts. Only gave up 1 earned run. He left the team with a 1.29 ERA. Another great pitcher, an addition to the staff, as Traverse City will be losing a big handful of players in the next couple days, as players will be returning to school. A lot of players returning to school, mainly pitchers who are on pitch limits with their college coaches. So Goose comes back and is pitching in his first game since June 27th. He made his last start against the Battle Creek Bombers. One pitch is popped up on the right side by Angelo Cantello. Monroe over in foul grounds, called off by Camilletti, who makes a little basket catch over by the Traverse City bullpen. And there's the second out of the inning. First out for Goose since he has came back. And now with Xavier Watson batting, the Kingfish have batted through their lineup. This is the 9th hitter of the inning. The inning started at the top of the order. Leadoff hitter McKay Barney. Xavier Watson all the way back as the 9th hitter. Goose will look to get him out to finish the inning. Try to just mop up this mess.
Hey, Alyssa. Which of the Negro League tribute videos did you already play?
Pitch inside to Watson. Hitters count.
Okay, thank you.
2-1 here. The pitch. Watson, fly ball to left. Younger going back. That one is not going to have enough room to get out. Goose comes in, gets 2 outs, does his job to mop up. But the Kingfish with 6 runs are on top by a lot. 9-0 as we go to the 8th here on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Kenosha, Wisconsin, here at Simmons Field. Top of the 8th inning, 6 more outs for Traverse City, trying to salvage this ball game down 9. It would take quite a comeback here in this game. The 8th inning is where they've done their magic on Monday and Tuesday at Turtle Creek Stadium. Last night, not so much. They had 1 base runner reach in the 8th, but they didn't need to take the lead. They've taken the lead in the 8th inning on Monday and Tuesday. It would take quite an inning to take the lead here. They have had big innings before where they've scored 7, 8 plus runs. But the way the offense has been going tonight, only 2 hits through the first 7 innings. It would take a huge flip of the switch here. Only 2 innings left as Bryant Bagshaw left the game after 7 innings. Only 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. Matt Zahora, the new pitcher for Kenosha, to face Traficante to lead it off. First pitch he sees, flies it to left field. Liebert's back. He'll make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out of the bullpen. Can't ask for a better start than that. Zohora's pitched in 3 previous games, 1 inning apiece against Kokomo, Battle Creek, and Green Bay.
Were you trying to say that the jersey auction is over?
Has only given up 1 earned run in his 3 innings.
Or whatever?
I can't stress enough. I've seen a lot of collegiate ball
Okay, I can do that.
one of the best.
Tommy says he'll do that.
And not only the prize three, but the NCAA. And the reason why is because the outfield bases downtown Chicago.
First pitch to Faust, a ball. Faust is 0 for 2. Faust fouls it off the right side out of play. A little late on that inside pitch.
If you participated in the auction tonight, be sure to head on over to the American
Average has dropped below 200 in this game. Hitless here on the road series. Swings and misses at the 1-1. Goes down 1-2 to Zohora.
That'd be kind of fun if we played it. Oh, I guess we're not having a bottom of the ninth.
Has faced 16 batters in his 3 innings and has struck out 5. And will strike out Faust here to get the second out of the inning. Hitters putting up little resistance against the Kenosha pitcher here in this game. Last night was more of the same, as Traverse City only had 3 hits, but they were able to score 2 runs against Wiggins, and then the pitching was phenomenal with Wyatt Rush going 7 innings, only giving up 1 run. The bullpen only giving up 1 hit in the last 2 frames. And yesterday the Kenosha reliever as well gave up no hits, with 11 total team strikeouts. Tonight only 5 for the Kingfish. As Traverse City's putting the ball in play, they're just not finding holes in the field. Haven't been able to find many gaps. They have had a decent amount of hard hit balls. One the count to Younger at the top of the order. Breaking ball in for the second strike. It's 1-2.
There you go. He has a face now.
1-2 pitch to Younger. Zohora looking for a 1-2-3 frame. The pitch way outside. Count evens up at 2-2. Two-two pitch here to Younger with 2 away, no one on board. The pitch, Younger takes low as the count goes full. Trying to reach for Mario Camilletti in the on-deck circle. Big bats are coming up. Camilletti, Flores, Monroe are next up. Payoff pitch from Zohora. Younger, little dribbler to second. Play is booted by the second baseman, E-step. That's going to put Younger on base, and we'll continue this inning. As I said, now both second basemen have made an error. The field, it's just the field. It's tough to field here. Saw Camilletti take a nasty hop in batting practice on a ball that hit the lip on a ground ball. It kicked off the lip and hit him up near his shoulder. That's how bad the lip is. It's just like a ramp. If it's on the ground, it hits the lip at the back of the infield, just flips up in the air. Not good. Camilletti will get a chance to bat, try and get a hit. He had multi-hit games in Traverse City, but has not had a hit here on the road. Was hit by a pitch his last at-bat. Takes a pitch outside. The count goes to 2-0. Traverse City at this point just trying to score a run to avoid being shut out. They've only been shut out a couple times this season. Really good offense that has not answered the call in this series. 3-0 the count to Camilletti. Leads the Northwoods League in walks and can add on to that total here if Zohora doesn't find the zone.
He might. I'll add it, whatever he does.
3-0 count to Mario. With Younger at first after the 2-out error. Flores on deck. Zohora's 3-0 pitch is outside. Camilletti will walk. He's going to add one to his Northwoods League leading total. That's his 46th of the season. Or is it the 47th? 47th walk of the season for Mario. Gives him an extra walk to the lead. Give him a little bit of cushion from Schaffitzel of Bismarck. Schaffitzel? Is that how you pronounce that? Weird name. Brand Schaffitzel. We'll go with that. Camilletti now, with his 47th walk, is 5 ahead of Schaffitzel for first place. And he's going to keep adding on to his on-base percentage as well, with the hit by pitch and walk in his last 2 at-bats. Inning extends for Flores. A base hit can get Traverse City on the board and avoid the shutout. First pitch to Flores, and this at-bat is taken outside for ball 1. Flores, one of just 2 hits in the ball game for Traverse City. He had a single in the 4th. Also had one of the 3 hits in yesterday's game. Is 1 for 3 here tonight. Takes one high. Was 0 for 1 on Monday with 2 walks and a hit by a pitch. So only 1 official at bat, though he was on base 3 times. 3 for 4 on Tuesday with the RBI single that was the ultimate difference maker as it put Traverse City up 7-5. And Kenosha scored 1 run in the top of the 9th, so his RBI was a big insurance run. Has a 2-0 count, takes outside. Oh, called a strike. Umpire finally deciding to give that outside corner. Goes to 2-1 now the count. And Flores 1 for 4 last night with a double. That was the first hit. So he has hits in 3 of the 4 games against Kenosha this week. Has a hitter's count still at 2-1. Rips that one, but fouls it off. And the count goes to 2-2. It evens up. Zohora trying to get out of the inning, preserve the shutout. Flores is just trying to get his team on the board so this team can take something away from this ball game, as they have a taller task ahead of them, facing Kokomo for a 2-game set starting tomorrow. 2-2 pitch is outside, and the count goes full. Good take from Flores. Monroe on deck. Should Flores reach. Zohora walked Camilletti on 4 pitches, is battling here with Flores. Counts full with 2 outs. Runners will be in motion here. Runners go, Zohora deals, and Flores chases what would have been ball 4, low and away, and strikes out to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Last at-bats for Kenosha before they look to shut out the Pit Spitters in the 9th.
the center fielder.
Back here in Kenosha for the bottom of the 8th inning, 9-0 lead for the Kingfish. It was a scoreless game up until the 6th inning, and Kenosha opened the floodgates, scoring 3 in the 6th, 6 in the 7th to take that 9-0 lead. Corbin Morrison will pitch the 8th inning, the left-hander from the University of Tennessee. He'll face the top of the order as Kenosha batted 1 through 9 in the 7th. So McKay Barney will lead off here. Singled on a slow roller to short, so he's 2 for 4. 3 consecutive multi-hit games against the Pittsburghers. Morrison looking to just get this inning of work. Has faced the Kingfish only once this year, back on June 22nd. Didn't even complete an out, walked the only 2 he faced, and was pulled out of the game. 2-1 is the count to Barney. There's a breaking ball, comes over his head, and the count to 3-1 to the Kingfish leadoff man. Morrison left-handed teammates with fellow reliever William Mabry in Traverse City's bullpen. Walks Barney on 5 pitches. That's the one problem with Morrison, as that's now on the season his 15th walk to just 9 strikeouts. His whip as well is over 3. Not what you want out of a reliever. Which means he's allowing, give or take, 3 base runners every inning he pitches. Coming off a relief appearance against Battle Creek on July 14th. It's been 16 days since he's last taken the mound, where he pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 3 walks, and 3 runs. Did have 3 strikeouts, though. 1-0 to the hitter Vince Bianchina, switch hitter, batting from the right side. With the left-handed Morrison on the mound, it's a 2-0 count. Bianchina's 3 for 4. Second 3-hit game he's had in this series. He also had 3 hits on Tuesday. 2-0 is in, and it's now 3-0. No one throwing in Traverse City's bullpen. This might just be let Morrison throw. Whatever happens, happens. As he only threw 1 strike to Barney. 3-0 to Bianchina. And a 4-pitch walk to Bianchina. Sends him down to first. 9 pitches thrown, 8 balls for Morrison on the first 2 batters. As Kirk Liebert steps in, this will be his last chance to get a hit. He's 0 for 4. Liebert tonight has popped out, grounded out, and has flied out to center field twice. See if he gets a pitch to hit from Morrison. First pitch is in there for a strike. Morrison dealing against Liebert here. Liebert on the season has only gone 0 for 5 in a game 3 times. One of those games was against Traverse City. Had an 0 for 5 game on July 2nd in Turtle Creek Stadium. That was coming off an 0 for 5 game the day before against Kokomo. He's had a couple of those dry spells in the season. Most recently went 0 for 5 against Green Bay out of the All-Star break. One of just a very short, few amount of games that he hasn't reached base this season. 2-1 count against Morrison here. As he finds the zone on the 2-1, gets the count to 2-2. See if Corbin can get a big strikeout here. Send Liebert packing back to the dugout for the 5th time tonight. Morrison set for the 2-2 pitch. Looks at the runners, deals. Liebert up the middle, snagged by Mario. He'll step on the bag for a 1 on to first, and that's a 4-3 double play. That's going to put Liebert down for the 5th time tonight. He goes 0 for 5 in the game. So 2 of the 4 times this season that he's gone 0 for 5 in a game is against Traverse City. Batter here is Chase Estep. Is 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 runs scored. There's only 2 teams really all season long that have had Liebert figured out. That's Traverse City and Green Bay. In the games, and he's faced those teams, he's had some success, like a 4 for 4 game back on June 5th against Traverse City. But then he's had games like tonight where he's not able to reach base. Liebert's played 46 games this year. He has only not reached base in 6 of those, which means 40 of 46 games he's been on base. Of those 6, 3 have come against Traverse City, 2 against Green Bay, and the first was his very first game he played this year. So Traverse City, really the kryptonite for Kirk Liebert, as Estep singles into center. RBI brings home Barney. It's his 3rd hit of the game. And Kenosha with double digits now. They're on top 10-0. Pitch to Crenshaw. It's taken for ball 1. 1-0 count. 2 outs here. Morrison just needs 1 more. Crenshaw fouls one back out of play. Evens it up at 1-1. Crenshaw tonight is 1 for 4. Does have a pair of RBIs. His last 2 at-bats, he has an RBI hit. His second 2 RBI game against Traverse City in this 4-game set. His home-and-home trip. Ball gets away from Useche, but the runner will not advance.
And fans, another reminder to stick around for the conclusion of tonight's game, where the American Outfitters team store will be having a flash sale.
2-1 hitters count for Crenshaw. Morrison trying to get this game to the 9th. Trying to just get this team to the bus. Pitch taken outside for a ball. It's now 3-1. Outside corner non-existent in this ball game. 3-1 inside, and Crenshaw will walk down to first. 3rd walk of the inning for Morrison. He has had the double play from Liebert, then the RBI single. So he's allowed 4 runs, or 4 runners on 3 walks and a base hit. Brings in Mikey Madej, the shortstop. Another switch hitter for Kenosha, hitting from the right side now. 0 for 3 with a walk to pair with his 0 for 4 night yesterday. Hitless against Traverse City in his only 2 games he's played this season so far. And he's going to be hit with the pitch. And that's going to load the bases.
Oh, it's our grand slam hitter. Back up again. Get another one. Luke Stevenson.
Now batting the right fielder from Elon, number 28.
It's going to bring in Luke Stevenson, who hit a grand slam his last inning.
I don't think I have it. You know, thank you. That's probably done with it. Yeah.
Morrison facing Stevenson here with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to him, checks his swing, and went around for strike 1. Stevenson 2 for 4 in this game with 6 RBIs, a 2 RBI base hit in the 6th, grand slam in the 7th. Up again in the 8th with the bases loaded. Can add on to his big night. As Morrison misses outside. 1-1 count. Trying to get this game to the 9th so the Pittsburghers can hit the road, have a long drive back to Traverse City to prepare for the first place Kokomo Jackrabbits.
Go Fish! Let's go Fish! Let's go Fish!
Traverse City is going to fall 3 games behind of Kokomo in the second half standings and 2 games back in the overall standings. The overall, the most important, because you want to be able to choose where you play in the postseason. The way it's looking is it's going to be Traverse City against Kokomo in the playoffs as Morrison walks another batter. 4th walk this inning to go along with the hit by pitch and a single.
Now batting the catcher, number 37, Angelo Cancello.
So Stevenson's going to pick up his 7th RBI of the game without even having to swing the bat. And Angelo Cantello, the catcher, will hit. 1 for 3 tonight. Another ball thrown by Morrison. Breaking ball in the dirt. Gets away from Useche. Not far enough. Runners hold. It's 2-0 the count.
Yeah.
2-0 pitch to Cantello. Somehow is not a strike. And another 4-pitch walk.
That was yet another Mayor Development walk for charity. We'd like to thank the Traverse City Pittsburgh
Josh Rebant
for such good charitable
is coming out of the dugout. He's going to make a pitching change. Tito Flores is in the top step of the dugout with his glove. Is he going to come in as a position player to pitch? I think he is. Tito Flores is going to enter the game, and he's going to pitch.
Tito Flores is about to pitch.
We're making up for them not donating to the home run business.
So it's a Gerber long call.
The position player Flores is going to face Xavier Watson with the bases loaded and 2 outs. After 3 runs have already scored this inning, we'll be back in a sec on Pit Spitter Radio. Welcome back to Kenosha. The new pitcher, not Tito Flores. He is in the field now, but he got his glove to take over at third as Christian Faust has moved on to the mound to pitch. Just needs to get 1 out, get this game to the 9th, and then just wrap this game up as quickly as possible. Get on the bus. Long ride home. Gonna seem even longer after this ball game. Traverse City winners of 5 in a row. 3 in a row against Kenosha. Going to see that streak snap here. Throws low to Watson, who's 0 for 4 tonight. Watson to center should end the inning. Taylor back. He'll make the catch, and Christian Faust, the greatest relief pitcher you've ever seen. 2 pitches gets him out of the inning to the 9th. Welcome back to Kenosha for the 9th inning. Down 12-0, the middle of the lineup for Traverse City will bat Monroe, Steigels, and Taylor. First pitch to Monroe sounded like a broken bat. It's going to get into right field on a single. Monroe into the hit column tonight. Now 1 for 4 in the game. Trying to salvage that average after going hitless in the first 2 games at Turtle Creek. He has 1 hit in each of the last 2. As Steigels comes in. Fouls one back. Steigels 0 for 3. Fly out, line out, fly out.
But yeah, what was his line? So what was he on tonight? 2 hits. So he was 2 for 4.
Monroe leadoff single. First leadoff hit all night for Traverse City. Only the second leadoff base runner they've had. The other one, Chris Monroe, in the 7th when he raced on an error. Inside on Steigels. As a hitter's count at 2-1 against Zahora.
Most RBIs in Kingfish history. Which is tied for the most.
2-1 the pitch. Steigels swings, misses. Gets the count to 2-2. Zahora had a pair of strikeouts in the 8th inning to strand 2 runners.
It's his 20. They're 8 shy of that. Won't get there unless the Pittsburghers go on a massive run here.
2-2 to Steigels is inside, and the count goes full. With Taylor on deck, Traverse City just trying to get maybe 1 run on the board. That's not be shut out.
For after the game in the American Outfitters team store, we'll have a flash sale for 20% off all merchandise.
You're doing it more than Steve.
Traverse City's going to have to
Yeah. Steve usually will announce it like once.
Thank you.
find the offense starting tomorrow, because Kokomo was winners of 4 in a row. And last time that they faced off against Traverse City, they swept them at home. So they're going to have to find the offense tomorrow. Full count pitch. Steigels holds up and called strike 3. Third strikeout for Zahora. 1 away in the 9th.
Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Cruz.
Brings in Cruz Taylor. Taylor, 1 of just 3 hits in the game. Has walked, has singled, has struck out. Runner takes off. Taylor takes pitch for a ball, and Monroe is going to get into second. Taylor swings and misses at the fastball. Count to 1-1. Monroe's only taken off trying to steal 3 times this season. As Taylor pops up down the left side, might be in play. Third baseman is going to run out of room. Watson right by the wall. In foul grounds, couldn't make it there. And it falls in for strike 2.
One of those game tickets and head on over to Coins and Dukes after tonight's game to redeem a free drink on us.
Let's find a chair again. It was a perk about having inside both times is that Once you get in there, you can fill out a paraphernalia, chairs, ball bag, mountain sport.
Zahora looking for his 4th strikeout and back-to-back multi-strikeout innings out of the bullpen. Is 1-2 to Taylor. Swung on and missed. And Taylor down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 1 out from ending this 12-0 shutout.
Now batting is tonight's middle-light beer batter, Miguel Useche. If Useche strikes out, draft beer will be 2 for 1. It's not about winning, it's about winning.
Useche in for his 4th and final at-bat. He's 0 for 3. Grounded into a couple fielders' choices and has struck out. First pitch outside to Miggy. Has a long on-base streak that is in jeopardy here.
Did we sell beer after the 8th inning?
Yes, I think. Because I remember asking someone really early in the season.
1-0.
Still do this in the 9th inning.
Useche holds on called strike 1.
Middle-light beer batter.
Also has a 5-game hit streak. Pitch gets away. Monroe is going to go to 3rd. And a base hit can spoil the shutout. 2-1 count for Miggy, a fastball count.
Yes, pitchers did take BP today to reward them for their efforts, their shutout efforts against Kokomo and Green Bay earlier on in the year, and I'm sure that they would like to take more hacks again. But this got to focus.
Pitch to Useche down in the dirt. It's 3-1.
Pretty good. It's not a whole lot. But again, I'm sure that Zahora and the pitchers had a good time earlier.
Useche has been on base
Do it again, not sure when.
in 19 straight games.
One more pitcher's BP, they had 2 shutouts and only hit BP.
In jeopardy of losing the streak if he doesn't get on here is the 3-1 pitch.
At least one more, potentially 2, depending on the result of the team that just played.
Outside, and Useche will walk down to 1st. His last plate appearance of the game. He walks to extend his on-base streak to 20. He's going to lose his hit streak at 5, but he gets on base to extend that streak, now at 20 consecutive. Cayman Traficante, the batter's 0 for 3 tonight. One of 6 Pittsburghers without a hit. Runner takes off. Traff pops it up. Should be the final out. 3 players converging. The shortstop, Madej, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Traverse City shut out 12-0, including their 2nd game in a row. They've only managed 1 hit. Just a bad game all around for Traverse City. And they'll have to figure out the offense because the team coming in is 1st place in the 2nd half and the overall standings. The Kokomo Jackrabbits are winners of 4 in a row, and they swept Traverse City the last time that they faced them at home. So they're going to have to figure something out here and try to snap their streak after their streak ends tonight. Winners of the last 5 and winners of the last 3 against Kenosha, they lose that streak. But they have a chance to make some ground back up in the standings if they can get a couple wins. Just have to figure out the offense. Good news, though, they do have their all-star pitcher, Jeremy Neff, that's active for the series. It's going to be his last start of the season, so that's a little bit of bad news. But pitching their best arm against the best team, hoping for some success. That game is going to be at Turtle Creek Stadium tomorrow at 7:05 Eastern Time. As actually a pair of lefties are going for Traverse City in the series. Tinsley is going to go tomorrow. Neff will go on Sunday. So tomorrow's matchup is Dylan Delfecchio against Rylan Tinsley. Two lefties going in the series for Traverse City against the first place Jackrabbits as they look to build some ground and make a late push to win the overall title, which is the most important title because that's who gets to pick the playoff scenario. 2 games back of the overall. So a sweep over Kokomo and they can be tied 2 games ahead of Kenosha for the overall. And in the second half, Traverse City is 3 games back of Kokomo. Kenosha 4 games back. So they get 1 game back on the Kingfish, but still they would need a really big late season push with only 10 or 20 games remaining. Hold on, that's not right math. 16 games. How many games are left? 14 regular season games. There's the number. 14 regular season games remaining between Traverse City and Kenosha and Kokomo. Only 14 games left that Kenosha would have to build and get 4 games back. Traverse City, though, has 4 games remaining against Kokomo, so they can control their destiny if they can get back into it. That's going to do it for me. Going to try to catch that bus back home to Traverse City. Long bus ride. We can get back probably 7, 8 o'clock Eastern time in the morning, and then they'll have to turn right around and face the number 1 team. Hopefully, they left the offense, or the bad offense, here in Kenosha, and the good offense is waiting for them in Traverse City. We'll find out tomorrow at 7:05 when Rylan Tinsley takes the mound against the